Hello everyone and welcome to my Buenos Aires apartment tour. I'm extremely excited to show you this apartment tour because this is my favorite one yet. Michael and I have been living in Buenos Aires for 6 months now, and we just made the decision to sign a lease for a year in this place, and we're just so happy. At the end of the video, I'm going to talk all things apartment hunting in Buenos Aires, tips and tricks, how much we're paying to live here, and all that good stuff. So if you're into that, stay tuned till the end of the video, and let's just go ahead and start with the apartment tour. So this is the walkway entry when you come in, and we have 2 command hooks here with our keys, and right here in this door is a bathroom. This place actually has 2 bathrooms, and we weren't even looking for a place with 2 bathrooms. This one just happened to have it, and we're happy with it, of course, but it's just an added plus of living here. And then we have 2 more command hooks with our fanny packs, the phone, and I actually bought this in Belgrano. It's a calendar of Argentina, and I just love it so much. I think it's so unique and just perfect in the place right here. And then over here we have an open kitchen, and in our last place we had a closed off kitchen and we were really happy with that, but this open kitchen, it's so big and everything in this apartment is new. This building is actually new in itself, so we're the very first people to live in this unit. Not everything came with the unit though, and there were some obstacles that we had to overcome. One of the things that we did have to buy was a fridge, and Michael actually bought the fridge off of Facebook Marketplace. This was the second fridge that we ended up getting because the first one that we put a deposit in for was a scam. On a high note, we really do like this fridge. It's really, really nice. Outside of that, we did have to buy like everything. This place is unfurnished, so we had to buy pots and pans and plates. And one of my favorite things that we bought for the kitchen is this dish rack. I have never been more in love with a dish rack before in my whole entire life. The way that it's leveled and having the utensils on the side, like this is such an adult purchase to love, and I absolutely love it. Another thing we did get, not off of Facebook Marketplace, but used, was this microwave. I actually found it in a WhatsApp group, and we paid like 20k-ish pesos for it. Michael had to go to the place to pick it up, and it's a little bit retro, a little bit outdated, but I think it's nice. It works well, and that's all that matters. Another thing I really love about the kitchen itself is the window. This window is massive and it lets in so much natural light. Especially this part of the house is east facing, so we just get a beautiful morning sunrise, and it's beautiful. So pretty. And for all of the chefs out there, for me it's not a big deal, but for Michael it is. This is a gas stove, and he says cooking on gas really does make a difference. But a cool thing about this stove is that it has this cover that you can pull up and push down, which is such a plus for us because we have 2 pets. We have a cat and a dog, and I think this just adds an extra layer of protection. I'm very, very happy with it. It's one of my favorite parts about the place. But moving in general, or in my case, moving abroad, can feel very fun, new, and exciting, but it does come with its fair share of challenges. Moving can also feel very stressful and overwhelming, and if you're someone like me who just moved abroad, or is planning on moving abroad, or studying abroad, or traveling abroad for the very first time, you too may also feel stressed and overwhelmed, but you are not alone. And that's where today's sponsor comes in, which is BetterHelp. Talking to someone during stressful situations is extremely beneficial, and BetterHelp connects you with licensed therapists to help you meet your specific needs. What I love most about BetterHelp is that everything is done remotely, and this is huge. No matter where you are in the world, you can find a therapist that you love and that can help you meet your specific needs. I'm not even sure where I would begin to find a therapist in Buenos Aires, but thankfully BetterHelp offers sessions through phone, messaging, and video, which is perfect if you don't have the time or resources to find a local therapist. All you need to do is fill out a simple questionnaire, and BetterHelp matches you with a therapist usually within 48 hours. And if you don't click with a therapist right away, that's okay. Switching is easy and free of extra charges. So if you're looking to get connected with a therapist, use the link in my description below to get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp. Moving is more than a physical journey, it's also an emotional one. So if you're facing the same thing as I am, use the link in my description down below to get 10% off your first month with BetterHelp. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video, and thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Here we have Max's crate. He sleeps in the crate at night. It's good for him. We did bring him to Argentina in this crate, so we did get this crate off of Amazon before we came. And Polka, my cat, actually has her bed on top of this. And we also got this on Amazon too before we came. She loves this a lot. It's a heated bed. She's so spoiled. So here we have this poster. It's one of them that I got off of Etsy, and I had it in our last place. I printed it out at a local shop and it came with us here. And we do have this nice 50-inch TV. I, for one, am not a huge tech girly, but I really do like the TV. It's functional. Michael got it from Bea. And what I really love about this small area is the entertainment stand because it's so pretty. We got it from Favega, and I love the hidden storage in it. Another thing that I absolutely love about this apartment, and if you've been watching my videos for a few months now, you know that Michael and I have been looking for one of these for the longest time, and that is a rug. This rug, it's like 2 meters by like 2.5 meters. It's so big. It's so comfy, and it just ties into place so nicely. But my favorite part about the living room is indeed the giant couch. The couch is without a doubt my favorite part about the living room. To us, a couch has to be like the perfect thing because Michael and I spend a lot of time watching TV, watching movies, watching YouTube, and just hanging out in the living room. So we looked for such a long time to find a couch, and we actually found this one. We bought it off of Mercado Libre, and I absolutely love it. I like the color a lot. It's very comfy. And one thing that I absolutely need in a couch is like an ottoman or a longer area in the couch to like just stretch out my legs. And this couch does exactly that. The one thing though about the couch is that because the color is so bright, I'm nervous with this one right here because he's always outside and he's always a little bit dirty. So we're gonna do our best to keep it clean, and hopefully we can keep it clean forever and ever. There's just so much extra room in this couch. It's so crazy. The one thing about the couch though is that when we paid for it originally, we did not pay for the delivery fee. We thought it was included, but then we ended up having to pay an extra delivery fee. So I would recommend, if you are searching for couches or just furniture in general, definitely double check to see if the delivery is included or not, because there was one thing that surprised us, but it wasn't outrageous. It was just a surprise. So because Michael and I are both digital nomads living here in Buenos Aires in Argentina, we both work from home. And this is my work from home setup. I really love it. This again is a part of the posters that you saw over there. My mom actually bought me the chair and the desk for Christmas, which I'm so thankful for. It's like so perfect in every single way. It's very comfy. And this thing right here, Michael bought from the US before we came because we had no idea what to expect work-wise, and it just adds an extra layer of comfort. I really like it. What I love most about the desk is that it's very spacious. I do spend a lot of time at my desk, and I love that it gives me more room to work with because it's just more comfy that way for me. And underneath it, I do have Max's bed, and he loves his bed. It's one of the new things that we got him. Again, we got it from Mercado Libre, and he's now happy to have a bed because it's not something that we had in the last apartment. So he also got an upgrade. Another thing about our apartment is that it does have a balcony, and this balcony is a lot bigger than our last balcony. And I really love this balcony a lot because I feel safe on it. It's closed in a lot, and I just feel more comfortable because I have a little bit much more of a room to walk around in. And our last balcony, it's not that it wasn't safe, it's just that I didn't really feel that comfortable walking out there because it was so tight and because it was so open. So I love this one. One of the things that we did have to buy for the apartment is a washer, and we ended up finding this washer on Facebook Marketplace, It's huge. It is 8 kilograms and it has so much room, which is really nice for us because we do a lot of laundry because of Max's bedding and Polka, and just we go through clothes because we work out. So it's perfect for us. It's a really big size and we like it a lot. And the people who came to set up this one were nice, they were friendly, and we had a really good experience. So I would say if you are looking for furniture or just appliances, check out Facebook Marketplace because there are a lot of people on there who are really nice. So now we're gonna get into the bedroom part of the tour. So this is our bedroom and it's very spacious. One thing that I really do love about the bedroom is how much natural light is let in. I'm not going to show you the window because I don't know exactly where I live, but there is a lot of natural light and I love it a lot. We do have these 2 posters here, which I bought off of Etsy and printed at a local shop. They were at our last apartment and I brought them with us. And we do have this projector. I've talked about this before. I really recommend if you're planning to move to another country or just like anywhere, a projector is great. I bought this for Michael for Christmas one year and it's perfect because it fit into our luggage, and now we have a projector in the room and we don't need a TV or even want a TV in the bedroom. And this is just on a tripod, so very, very nice. I highly recommend. But the biggest part about this bedroom is our bed. In our last apartment, we had a full-size bed, which for me, Michael, Max, and Polka, there was never enough room. So we upgraded to what I believe is a king-size bed, and it takes up like the most amount of space in the room. But for us, the bed is the most important thing because you spend like more than half of your life sleeping on a bed. So it's perfect for us. And just for size comparison, you can see how tiny Max is. And to even put it in more of a perspective, like we weren't really aware of how big a king-size bed was until we bought one. And I know everyone watching with a king-size bed is like, how did you not know king-size beds are big? But like we really had no idea how much space it was going to take up. So we were a little bit surprised. There was like a big shock value at first, but it's a great investment. So we were really, really happy. So we did get the bed from Mercado Libre and we don't have a D&I at the moment, and that caused us a little bit of a problem because we bought the bed and then the person we bought it from canceled the order, and then getting that money back was extremely, I don't want to say difficult, but it was a very lengthy process because we didn't have a D&I, because we don't have a Mercado Pago account, because we don't have Argentinian bank here open. It was very difficult, it was lengthy, it was tedious to get the money back, but we ended up getting it. It took us like 2 weeks and then we were able to buy this bed. So I say that because I know a lot of people want to use Mercado Libre. We just by chance were able to get in one day, and I have talked about that in my last video if you want to go check that out. And this bed is actually on a bed frame with drawers, which is very nice. I've never had a bed with drawers in the frame. Michael found this bed frame off of Facebook Marketplace for a good price. The people came and they put it together, and they told us that if by chance we move in the future or need help deconstructing it or reconstructing it again, they would be able to come back and deconstruct it and reconstruct it for us. One thing we don't have yet in the bedroom are nightstands. It's on our list. It's not like a big priority. We'll get there when we get there. You may have noticed in the kitchen, we don't have a dining room table, but we do have like this breakfast bar island thing that you can put stools underneath. And we're gonna get there eventually, I think, to get stools, but it's not like a top priority for us. We have a year here, so I think we'll manage to get some things eventually. And this is our bigger bathroom. So this one has the toilet, the bidet, the shower, and a bigger sink area over here. We still have to get a mirror, but I love like the walls of the bathroom. They're so nice. There's a window in the bathroom too, which is always a plus. And it's a bathroom, it's nice, it's spacious for us. Another thing I do want to get are like little floating shelves to put some of my skincare products on, because right now it's like kind of all over the sink. In our last apartment, we had one bathroom and the shower was like literally so small. And in this shower, we have an actual shower head, and we do have a bathtub, which is a plus for when we need to give Max baths. And Michael's in the shower filming right now with clothes on. So just take a look for size comparison. Michael's like, I don't know, 6 feet.
I actually do all of this. This is actually my routine. What's up, guys? Welcome to the closet, also known as my workspace. Come on in, come on in. I could fit you in. Well, yes, this is a closet, but it was just way too big not to use it. It's basically a second bedroom. The most interesting thing in here, other than the clothes, of course, is my desk. At the old place, I wasn't able to really set all my stuff out. So, got my headphones here, Dragon Balls, of course, action figures, collectibles, not toys. And then I have my computer with my dual monitors. I talked about that before. And then, yeah, that's it. And a big mouse pad. One of my favorite things I got for Christmas. I'm just testing this out. This has tape on the back, but I just wanted to make sure I liked it up here before I actually took off the tape on the back.
Polka loves being in the closet. It's like her favorite place. And she made herself at home in our new place.
We have some clothes hanging, and then we have these drawers, which are still a work in progress, mostly because Polka hops in here every single day and they just fall down to the floor and you got to rearrange them every single day. But these drawers in themselves are really, really nice. They're modern, they're easy to open. Oh, you got a big chest, huh? Big chest. Say hi to the people. So to talk a little bit about why Michael and I chose to go with an unfurnished apartment and to make the decision to actually buy furniture to stay here was huge for us. It wasn't easy. We thought about it for a long time. We've been thinking about it almost ever since we came to Buenos Aires to live here permanently. And the biggest reason that we went with this apartment that was unfurnished was the fact that living in someone else's apartment feels like just that. Like you're living in someone else's apartment. Yes, it's very nice to rent an apartment that is furnished and maybe somewhat of a style that you like, but for two people who live here and spend a lot of time at home working, because this isn't just our home, it's also our offices. It's really important for us that we felt like we were living in a home for us, and it's just not something that we found while living at the other places that we've stayed at. We've stayed at 2. In the last apartment that we were living in, we were there for 6 months. So we've been thinking about this for a very long time, and that's the biggest factor. And also to us, it feels like we've solidified staying in Buenos Aires more. It's like, yes, we sold in New York and came here, but now it's like we've invested money into furniture. So for us, it feels more like it's not just an easy way out if things get hard. We really want to stay here and we want to make this city our home. So these were a lot of the thoughts that were running through our mind, and overall we're really happy. Furniture hunting was not the easiest thing for us, specifically because we didn't have a DNI, and living here in Buenos Aires, you really need a DNI for so many things. So it took us a little bit longer and we had to go through a few extra hoops, but in the long run, it was worth it. I know you're probably dying to figure out, well, Chanel, how much are you paying to live there and where are you living? And I'm gonna tell you, but I want to tell you first that apartment hunting in Buenos Aires as a foreigner is not the same as apartment hunting in Buenos Aires as if you are from Argentina, because the prices for foreigners are just immediately higher, and also there's a lot of more hoops you have to jump through as a foreigner because you don't have a DNI. And with all that being said, I did spend a long time hunting for apartments. I think I spent at least 2 months straight every single day. And when I tell you every single day, I was on my phone or on the computer for 2 hours a day. Every free moment that I had was spent on Argenprop, Zonaprop, Facebook market groups, WhatsApp groups. I went through everything that I could, and I joined so many different groups, and I really wasn't finding what I liked. And things that I did like were sometimes more expensive than the price of rent in New York, and I didn't want to spend $2,000 for an apartment. So after looking for so long, I found this place one day online, and I contacted the owner, and he showed us the apartment that Monday. And the price of everything that we're paying per month comes out to around $600 US. And I know people are gonna say that's a very high price, but again, apartment hunting in Buenos Aires is just not the same as if you're a foreigner. And that's okay. This apartment is still well within our budget. Our last apartment we were living at, we were paying like $500 US a month. And to come to this one, we had to pay a deposit fee. And of course we had to buy all of the furniture, and we had to pay not a month in advance, but we had to pay a few days extra. And in addition to all of that, we did have to pay the cost of furniture, and these are all things we had to pay up front. And for us, we're happy with the furniture that we bought. And Michael and I were in a very unique situation when we were furniture shopping, because it was the weekend right before the president of Argentina took office. And because of that, prices just increased a lot. We had bought some things and people had canceled on us because they were expecting prices to increase. So it was not easy, and the timing of everything didn't quite work out as we wanted it to, but we're very happy with where we are. And to give you the answer to the second question you're dying to know is, where are you, Chanel? And to give you an answer, we are like right outside of Belgrano. And if you watched one of my very first Buenos Aires vlogs, me and Michael went to Belgrano for the very first time, and we were just amazed. We were like, wow, I could see us living here in the future. And here we are, like literally almost in Belgrano, and we are so happy. Our neighborhood is so nice. It's quiet, it's peaceful. There are so many cute cafes and restaurants to try out. We feel very safe walking through here. We feel very safe walking with Max. Just everything about it is so perfect for us. I feel like as soon as we got in here, we just felt like we fit into this neighborhood, like exactly. Like it was like the missing piece of the puzzle for us, and we're just so happy. So that's like a little bit about this apartment. But to give you some advice and some tips and tricks for apartment hunting in Buenos Aires, one, I would say to definitely do your research. One thing I would say would be to use several sites to try to find an apartment, and don't give up. So some sites include Argentprop, Zonaprop, Facebook Marketplace, and there are some WhatsApp groups as well. I would also recommend for you to be flexible in so many different areas. So I know a lot of people want to come to Buenos Aires and live in Recoleta or Palermo, and I was like that too. But Buenos Aires, the city itself, if you're actually planning to live here, please like explore the other areas. Do like a really good deep dive of Buenos Aires and all the different provinces or the zones, because oh my gosh, there is so much beauty outside of just Recoleta and Palermo. And also, if you are looking Recoleta and Palermo, those prices are going to be more high. I would also suggest too to like not see a price online and think that that's the fixed price, because for a lot of people, if you can sign a contract for longer, for here, I think it's pretty typical that a tourist would sign maybe a month, maybe 3 months max, and that's what Michael and I were doing before. We were signing 3 months and then 3 months and then 3 months. But we wanted to find something longer, and a lot of the people are kind of flexible. If you say, hey, I want to sign something for 6 months, could you lower the rent? I've seen that be the case in a lot of situations. So try that. Don't be discouraged by the price if it's outside of your budget, or if you think you could kind of get a little bit of a lesser price. Another thing that I would recommend would be to do extra research and try to find an apartment with a direct owner. If you rent with a direct owner, that means you're going to avoid realtor and broker fees. And I say this because here, when we've tried speaking with a realtor or with a broker, sometimes we didn't even know we were speaking with either of them. We found out that the price would be basically the same, if not more, as 1 month of rent. So for example, here for $600, if we were to have found and rented this place with a realtor, we would have had to pay an extra $600. And for a year contract, that's not the worst thing. But I've seen a lot of realtors saying the same thing, even if you're searching for an apartment for 3 months. And this frustrates me a lot, because for people who are looking for apartments for 3 months, and maybe you want to pay $500 and $500 and $500, to pay an extra $500 for only 3 months is a big ask. So I recommend to really do your research, really just stay strong, because apartment hunting, no matter where you are in the world, is hard. And I know a lot of people resort to Airbnbs, and I do think Airbnbs are a really good option. If you're planning on staying in Buenos Aires for the very first time, Airbnbs are safe, they're reliable, and you have customer support with you. But the prices of Airbnbs are very, very high. So if you're looking at spending more time in Buenos Aires for a longer amount of time, and I mean longer, like a year plus, do some extra research, because you may be able to find the apartment of your dream in your budget. Another question I get a lot too is like, how do you find an apartment with your pets? And for us is that we only look for apartments with pets, but sometimes you do have to be a little bit more convincing. At least with this apartment, we didn't have to be convincing, but with like some other apartments we were looking at, which we decided to not go through because of the price, that was always a problem for us. Like, we didn't want to pay an outrageous amount of rent. But with the pets, as long as you can convince someone in good faith that, you know, your pets are good. If you have a dog, you take him on a walk 3 times a day. If you have a cat, for our cat, for example, we cut her nails. This was big for us when we were trying to find apartments that were furnished. We really had to be extra convincing because of the cat and the dog. And most people seem to be worried about the cat because of the scratching, not so much the dog, because Buenos Aires is a very dog-friendly city, which I absolutely love. And our dog is not that big. So your pet, you have to like be the one that's promoting them in the best way possible. And for us, we are living right now in a place where when we first came to Buenos Aires, we never thought that we would live here. So it's beautiful for us, and we're really, really happy. And we're extremely excited to call this place our home for the next month. And if you've enjoyed watching this video, if you found it helpful, please like and subscribe, and stick around for the next year's worth of content that will be coming to you from this apartment. I'm so happy.
You do have plates here if you want.
No. It's our first dinner in the new apartment. We don't have a dining room table, we don't have a couch, and Michael got Subway sandwiches. Oh, you see all Dad's stuff?